Let me welcome Vincent Keymer in the studio. Vincent, you have won a very convincing game. Let me pull it up and I will give the mouse to you so that you can show as much as you want, yeah, because we don't want to take too much of your time. We are very happy to have you here. Please tell us, by the way, there were 2 games today, just a very quick summary of both games.
I was happy with both, actually. I think clearly my best game's not as as dramatic as yesterday, luckily. Yeah, I mean, Murzin, it was equal for a long time, but then, you know, I got a small edge and he had some issues with time and then, you know, made some mistakes and I managed to win the one. And yeah, this game, it was, I mean, again, we always have very weird starting positions. Yeah,
yes.
Like we had 2 positions that were basically mirrored, then we had the starting position mirrored, and now we have starting position just with knight and rook changed.
Wait a second, before we start this game, yes, because I even told to Alex that if we get a chance to ask the player who played the first game with the black pieces, then please tell us your feeling when you looked up to the monitor and you saw what you saw.
Yeah, I was very annoyed, of course. I mean, I think I said it already, but during the closing ceremony of Paris, we started analyzing this position and realized how unpleasant and bad it is. So I was, of course, extremely happy to see first e4 on the board, because after d4, I mean, white is just better right from the start, and also it's just flowing very nicely. And we also saw that pretty much in any game where white played d4, black was under severe pressure. So that was, you know, bad luck with the starting position, but then again, nice that he played e4.
Yes, I also felt like when e4, e5 was on the board, you got up and you started walking. It felt like, okay, you got even 10 years younger immediately. You are young enough, you don't need it, but still it looked like.
Yeah, so, I mean, of course it does feel weird to do this, but I mean, we cannot really play a normal Scandinavian because just queen d5, e5, black gets out very nicely. And yeah, here I guess it's a question whether you want to play c5 or bishop f5. I actually kind of expected c5 to come, but
that was the move that Vahidov played against Magnus.
And I was actually considering knight b3 and forcing e6, because you know, in the game I think what he played was knight f3, and then I was kind of worried about bishop g4.
But I can reveal you the secret, yeah, that after c5 Magnus played knight f3, and then Vahidov was thinking for a very long time and finally played e6.
Yes, but this I mean, why?
Yes,
but, I mean,
it's like capitulation.
Also,
yeah?
not very happy with bishop g4. I mean, again, I do feel like it's not an easy starting position for black. I mean, also what we got in the game. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, knight e2 is kind of artistic. I'm not sure it's good or necessary, but I mean, it was kind of annoying me that black always gets the chance to trade these bishops, because then like d7 and castle, it develops very easily. So I was trying to delay that move, and of course I was expecting something like knight b6, just waiting, because yeah, c5, knight g3 should be good for me. And
yeah, please tell us, because we have seen that when queen h4 happened on the board, you were like shocked, you were like scrubbing your eyes that do you see it correctly? What is this move?
It's a very weird move, but it doesn't seem to be that stupid, because I mean, now there is no knight on g1, and of course I would love to play this move, but there is bishop c5. And okay, actually it seems like the line continues. I'm not sure what the engine is seeing here, because g3, queen e4. Maybe I can take here. Actually I could do this, okay. Yeah, but it does feel weird, yeah? I mean,
yeah,
F and rook g1, I guess.
It is a little bit complicated.
I didn't feel like doing that, so I was actually happy with my d3 move.
Yeah, once you played d3, it looked very smart, because you have this bishop e3 idea. Just one question, because when queen h4 happened, I said that what happens if we play the most primitive of all primitives? Instead of d3, just knight g3, bishop g6, d4, followed by bishop d3, and actually we also got a very nice position. But bishop b4 check probably disturbed you.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't want to allow this, because
yes.
I felt like, of course, I should be slightly better, but it makes black's task of developing much easier. And at least, you know, he also has natural good moves.
And what was your feeling that you have been a Caro-Kann player yourself with black, that did this actually help you navigate the position?
Maybe a little, yeah, but here, of course, it's very specific, because the c5 spot is so weak. And yeah, I mean, I was considering going g3 first, but I actually realized that this queen on h4 is so stupid, it might have to move back by itself at some point. So yeah, h6, yeah, I mean, let's just show why he played h6. If he makes a normal developing move, that's of course the idea. That's why I played knight f4. And okay, this is a big issue because now when he moves the h-pawn, I will take and destroy the structure. And so yeah, h6 did seem reasonable. And yeah, bishop e3, it took me some time, but I think it's a quite decent move. I mean, I was kind of expecting d4, bishop d2, something like knight b6, and then... But again, it should be a nice version for me. He has to start by queen c7, and then... Okay, here I have to find some smart move, but it does feel like I should be slightly better. Nevertheless, that's what I expected, because rook c8, it does seem kind of sad, but of course it's principled, because like from a strategic point of view, he doesn't want to play d4.
But then you forced him, yeah?
Okay, not really. I mean, he could have played something like queen d8. I
Yeah.
actually thought that's what he was going to do. And I mean, it's insane how many tempi black used. One for queen h4, queen d8, and for h6, but because some of my pieces, I mean, this knight actually is not doing a great job, and this knight is also very stupid. So I was considering lines like knight a5, and yeah, I mean, of course, I can just go something like rook e1 also, but yeah, I mean, it's a bit complex. Knight e7, queen c7, this pawn is getting a bit vulnerable. And yeah, actually, there's one line I calculated is interesting because, I mean, we should show this motive that this exists. I think here, exactly, it doesn't work because I have knight takes e6. I think that was, yeah. That's important. But for example, if I wait one move, let's say rook e1, knight e7, I think already d4, bishop c2 is okay, still not good. But then what's the move for black? Still, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is so bad. It was surprising to me.
Yeah, in the second game of the day, it's a little bit too complicated, yes?
Okay, anyway, I mean, I was kind of happy to see d4 because I felt that this shouldn't be so great, but...
And just one question, if he plays knight d7 instead of queen d8, what was your...
I wanted to go d4.
Yes, exactly, so that we analyze as well, yeah. Good.
Yeah, and here I have the choice. I can do this, which also is, I mean, not stupid because I will get to play something like knight a5. He after the game said he was thinking about this, yeah, because that's kind of
this was the line that you guys discussed,
yes.
because there was some heavy discussion.
And here actually black is doing great, but I mean it's very complex. So yeah, I mean BC is of course ambitious, but yeah, I mean I'm surprised to see it's not that good yet because I mean black's pieces are very nice, the structure is very nice. It's just there are some concrete issues. Yeah, so queen d8. Rook e1, yeah, I mean, we should just solid. If I take, I think I'll just go d4 and I can pretty much sacrifice everything. I think this is just gone. I mean, d5, bishop b5, knight e6, queen g6, everything is coming. It's way too slow for black, so of course he didn't take that pawn. I mean, he has moves like g5. That's also the line he considered. He said this, and knight d3.
Yeah, so actually, can you reveal us that what was the very heavy debate? Because there was... You guys discussed...
I think it was this, yeah.
It was this, yeah?
Yes.
That he said that he should have played g5, or?
Yeah.
Because Alex was asking me to translate what you guys are discussing, and I was trying to, you know, find something, but I wasn't sure.
No, I mean, okay, knight e7, still it didn't feel so bad. I actually thought that here knight b6 was very bad, and he had to play bishop g7, yeah. Because this is not so bad here. He can just castle, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So actually, bishop g7, I would have to play queen f3 probably, but yeah, I mean here he should be fine.
Yeah, there was this 1-2 moves when suddenly computer from nowhere was saying that black is fine, and then after total collapse.
Knight b6, it's not that bad yet. Yeah. I mean, okay, here I was already very happy. I don't know, maybe. Okay, engine doesn't care, but
after knight c4, bishop c1, it says it's over. Yeah, so knight c4 was a horrible move according to engine. I don't know what he could have done.
I mean,
if some queen d7, I cannot just try to cement.
No, but I mean, I will just take on f5, no?
And
then you will get.
I just wondered that f5 is. I thought knight e6 is a threat, but yeah. It's
okay, maybe you can take.
And then bishop.
Maybe this.
No, this cannot. No, and then if he just sacrifices a pawn. No, cannot. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
okay,
to me
very
it
tough.
Did seem like a very bad position simply, but
yeah, it is crazy that why this is not lost.
I mean, yeah, the structure is of course very decent, but you have just no time for anything. I mean,
can he take on d4 or not?
Okay, that seems to be the move. No, I just thought I would go here.
And then queen d7, because I was trying this queen takes d4 also in the other line, but then it was hopelessly lost.
Okay, yeah. It seems like, but even here, no. I mean, why is white not even better? I mean, engine's a bit crazy, yeah. But
engine, yeah, it looks very unpleasant.
okay, nevertheless,
Yes,
yeah, he
of
played
course,
knight
yeah.
c4, and I mean, I was trying to calculate these lines as well, but yeah, I mean, it seemed like bishop c1 was such a good move. There was nothing much to be done, and I think one of the key motives that we should show is that here, I mean, knight d2 is of course an obvious question, but I will go here and knight e6, and this is just crushing.
Ah, wow,
so
beautiful.
That's
Actually,
the
we missed
beautiful
this.
idea.
Yes,
And
very nice.
oops, yeah, fe, and okay, just I will take everything with check, and I think here probably rook c1 is made, but I can also take everything should be winning, and I mean same goes here, of course. Yeah, it's the same idea. That's always winning idea, and I guess here, no, it's a mixture. So look at the time. Of course, he doesn't have time to defend the position, but I mean, he cannot castle. The center will open. Now every single one of my pieces is placed perfectly. So
And we saw that after knight takes a3, you paused. Did e takes c6 come to your mind, and it
Yeah.
was provoking you that
It was.
maybe I can play for the
but I
galleries?
thought maybe there's queen e7. Yeah, queen e7 was annoying me because, yeah, I don't know, ef, queen f7, and okay, too complex, right?
Yeah,
Why to
exactly.
do it?
No
I mean,
need.
Queen
no
a3
need.
is just winning. Once I saw that I have rook c4, g3, I think it's just over. So.
And
yeah, I
how
mean-
frustrated you were that he was actually still hang on there with 1 second on the
Okay,
clock
I mean,
making a
it's
move?
not so dramatic in this position, right? I mean,
Yes, let he.
probably I
let
can
him,
play
yeah.
pretty much any move.
Yeah,
that,
I
and
was
this
that-
will be just winning.
yeah.
I mean, I like to provoke this, but I mean, I will go. I mean, this is one of the lines. I will always have queen a6, rook d7, queen d5. I mean, it's just this king needs one tempo, but it just won't get it. So. Yeah, I think it's a very thematic game for, develop your pieces. Because he had a great position, except for, he needed a few more moves to get his pieces out, and he just never got the time to do it.
Yeah, wow, okay, 5 out of 5. There was one more question which we discussed about yesterday, that the third round game, did you notice something special against Georg Mayer with the starting position?
Yeah, I mean, it was the mirrored game
It
from
was
one
of the
round,
first round,
but
yes.
I was trying to figure out the difference, because, I mean, it's always different, mirrored, because the castles are
castles.
coming to a different
Yeah.
square. So in the other position, we couldn't castle with the rook on d1, and here with rook on e1, we can castle. So that's a big difference. And I was trying to figure out how that changed, because in the other game, I played first move, and I played the same first move, but it was mirrored. But here I decided to go in another way. So I realized, and it's always very interesting to compare and figure out like what actually changes and how that's different. But yeah, it's weird that we always get either mirrored positions or positions that are only very small deviations from the normal starting positions. But as we see here, I think
Yeah, for example,
just
about this starting
changing
position,
knight and
yes.
rook, it's such a big difference, right? I mean, e4, d5, e5 would be like absolute putzer and stupid in the normal position, because normally you play in Caro-Kann, you can play e4, c6, d4, d5, e5, c5, which is a normal line, yeah? So here you would just give a full tempo, but because this knight is very stupid in these structures, you can actually afford to do it. I mean, as we already know, in Caro-Kann also sometimes you go knight d2, knight b3, so then of course we realize that actually this knight getting there in one move is quite a big edge.
Yes, and you spent exactly 9 minutes 51 seconds for your first move e4. When was the feeling that you felt like, actually, definitely this is the move?
Well,
How
I mean,
much time?
nothing else is really threatening black. That was my point. I feel like if black gets to play d5 normally, I mean, yeah, I can play for very small, but not much. But of course, at the same time, e4, it's basically forcing me to play e5 here. So when playing e4, I had to make the decision, do I want to play the position after e4, d5, e5? Which, if I miss something, can also be stupid, because, I let him get the bishop out without wasting any tempo. So that's special. But yeah, I think here it was a good decision, and overall quite nice game.
Because one thing that we noticed that Magnus, you and Nodirbek Yakubboev, all of you had that position, and pretty quickly that you guys have all this freestyle experience, you played all the Grand Slam last year, that how much do you feel actually that this experience that you gathered last year throughout the tour helps you navigate the opening stage?
Yeah, I think it matters. You just have, I mean, I do have quite a lot of experience with trying to figure out what's going on in the position and feeling the differences, because, I mean, we have a kind of natural understanding of the normal starting position, which just doesn't apply for others. I mean, we see something so similar, which is yet so very different. And, I mean, if we would play normally, like here, okay, we don't have that knight move, right? And, okay, black would just play e5 and things are fine. So, you just... I mean, basically, it's a game of knowing the normal lines and then comparing it to the how is it different, and realizing that maybe in this position I can have an advantage in the way that it changed, and then try to go for those positions.
Yeah, very impressive. Before I let you go, I have one more question, and this is, I'm very curious, and probably our audience as well, that when there's a drawing of lots and they pick the number, and you still don't see the position, already with your experience, for example, 230, when you heard this number, do you have a feeling that what kind of position it may be? Because I'm completely in the dark. I cannot believe that this was 230, because the starting position, the classical, is 518. How on earth is...
No, I have like no idea how they are calculated, like which number is which position.
Yes, good.
Zero clue. So
because I thought if you guys already sense this, then I give up. Yeah, because
no, I think that's too far.
Yeah, great. All right, Vincent. Yeah, have a good rest. Thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck for tomorrow.